Hello, everybody, and welcome to Paranormal Nation Radio, your Tuesday night show. How's Denise and Ron doing tonight?
Pretty good.
Good.
Yeah.
Sunny Florida.
Actually,
Enjoying
sunny today.
sunshiny Florida.
2 days in a row.
Yep. So far, 2
Oh.
days, no rain.
Wow, that's a miracle.
Oh, yeah. We went to the beach on Sunday morning, and we weren't there that long, and sunburned to a crisp. I was.
Yeah, I
So-
seen pictures you put on Facebook down there
Yep.
on the beach.
Like I said, one of the reasons that we moved was proximity to the beach, and the other ones were out there in the water, and they weren't the sharks. They were the kids, and the kids were the big
Right.
reason.
Yeah, I
But
seen
we
the
got-
video of Ron pushing, who was it, Piper?
Mm-hmm.
Piper around
Yeah.
in the ocean there on the beach. That was really cool.
Yeah, there was a huge. The riptide was horrible that day. I walked in. I mean, the water was ice cold. That's the first thing.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I know.
Ice cold.
That was weird.
And
Because I think you went in first. You said, "Oh, the water's cold," and I thought she was kidding. I went in. I'm like, "Woo!"
And so I went and got Nolan. He wanted to go in. He was running off, and Lindsay and Devin were setting stuff up. So I take
Right.
Nolan and I go to the water, and I got in about knee deep, and the current knocked me over. And
The
of course,
wave.
I'm holding the kid. Well, between the undercurrent and the wave,
Yeah.
I got knocked down. And so I'm sitting there on the ground trying to get up, holding him up to keep him from water in his face. And eventually I could yell and say, "Hey, somebody come and get him." And it was not good. But we
So
did
how far out? Knee deep? How far were you out in the water?
not far.
No.
And the
Really?
tide
And
was
it had
going
that
out.
strong an undertow underneath of it?
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was a yellow flag day. So guys,
Which means what?
just means to be cautious.
Yeah, I
So-
mean, we went out. I was out there with Piper and Devin, and we were out, I don't know, about maybe chest level.
Yeah.
And it was, I mean, we're out there, just swimming around and catching the waves and everything. And then when we kind of looked up, it had pushed us, I don't know, 100 feet or so
Down the beach.
down the beach.
Really?
And I looked up, I was like, where's our tent?
Hi, Nigel.
Hey, Nigel.
Hey, Nigel.
So what was bad about all of it was there were some
Thank you,
places where
Nigel.
you were standing and the water was even colder. You could feel that.
Yeah.
But we did manage to make it out before the really long tentacled jellyfish got there. And we tried to warn some of the other beachgoers,
Oh, it did, but they couldn't get out of
and
the
they
way.
couldn't get out fast enough because
Yeah.
the waves were so
They were
bad.
just hitting them so hard.
And so, and he's a local, he should know.
He did. He
Yeah.
saw it. He was trying to, like I said, he couldn't get out of the way. He was
But
trying.
at least his son didn't get stung.
Now, how high of waves were there down there on that beach?
Some of them
Could
were
you surf on it?
2 to 3 feet.
Oh, okay.
Not horrible, but still, with the undertow, you had some issues. As long as I kept my feet off the ground, I was fine.
Yeah, with Piper, I had her on my boogie board, and as long as we were floating on the boogie board,
Yeah.
it wasn't a problem. It was just the waves take us up. But if you tried to put your foot down and tried to fight the wave, it was going to knock you over.
Really?
Yep.
Huh. See, I haven't been in the ocean and everything, so yeah, I may ask questions about it, but
Well, I had my back to it when we were getting out, and I was kind of getting used to the water. Once you got in and everything, I mean, it was, 90-something degrees
Yeah.
and
So it
sunny.
felt like 112,
it
so-
felt, the water actually felt pretty good. But
right.
when I had my back turned, a big wave caught me, and it knocked me over
Mm.
the shore.
But yeah, it was It was an adventure.
I'm not turning around.
But yeah, we still got to get our little pop-up for changing at the beach and stuff. But
right.
Otherwise, everybody's seeing the moon during the day, and So my moon was out. But I'm not riding home in a wet swimsuit. That's all.
Exactly.
I don't want my car to smell like salt water.
And then the kids got their AC fixed.
No,
but you figure they've at least got an option. They'll have that option here as soon as Tyler gets a job and stuff. So Leah started taking nice, wet, cold water bags with them.
Your other daughter, it's got the other house.
Oh, yes. They got theirs all fixed on Friday. So
good.
Yeah, it wasn't even that hot that day, so they picked a good day.
Right.
Yeah. We had rain.
We've had a couple of nice days up here. Today's high it finally reached 80 degrees today.
Wow.
But we had rain and all that, which cooled us down the last 2 to 3 days we've had rain.
Yeah, you needed some rain.
Yeah, we are now needing rain again.
Yep, based on the pictures we saw of our old house, I guess they finally got it listed. The yard looked pretty bad.
Oh, really?
It looked horrible.
So they got it listed. They got it all redone, and everything.
Yeah, and it's not. I don't like it.
Yeah,
But I don't like it because I know what it looked like when we bought it originally. And you should see it. The bad part is now every advertisement, anything that I look at that has an advertisement, it shows me the house. So they got it listed for.
Hi, Shelby.
Hey, Shelby. I hope that Chris is doing good. Tell Chris thank you so much for asking about me. I appreciate that. I just haven't had a chance to answer.
Forced air.
Let's see. So, as you can see, the house now has an orange door.
Bright orange.
Now, all the shutters we had. Yeah, they painted it. We had the shutters, so we left those for them. And they put all new windows in on the front. They did not change this out. They just painted those. They just put in some anchors, and that was
I was going to do. They didn't fix this underneath like they had whined and complained about that. They didn't even touch it.
Right. And then they fixed one piece of this and just painted it and then put in the new
Actually, it looks like they painted the rocks.
No, it's just it's just shadow.
Is it?
Oh, he's getting ready to be scheduled for his back surgery.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Isn't that in a month?
Oh, man.
And then here's our old living room.
Oh.
That does not look bad.
No.
I don't like that they painted all the wood, but I expected it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's modern stuff.
Right. They put in a new ceiling fan.
Uh-huh.
Look at what they did to the kitchen, though.
Oh.
Those cabinets, to me, don't look right.
They don't.
Because this picture makes that kitchen look small.
Right, and it's not.
No, it's huge.
But
right,
you notice that,
are those cabinets there? Are those your old cabinets?
Yeah, it's the same cabinets. They didn't even pull the cabinets. They just painted them.
They just painted.
They didn't strip them down. They had the varnish on it and the stain. They just painted them.
They did put on quartz countertops, and they put in a new floating floor.
Right.
But they didn't change this, and they kept the same window.
Yeah, the sliding door that you can't see out of. They never even touched it.
They changed that a whole bunch. Yeah.
Look at your tape.
Oh, yeah, my tape's still there.
Your what?
And
the tape to hold the little cover on.
Yeah, and they put new things around the canister lights.
Right.
And then this is the downstairs living room, which doesn't look horrible. This is our old bedroom. They did not change out the windows in here.
Nope. And they needed it.
That's our old bathroom, and it doesn't look like they did enough to cover up the fact that these were wood grain.
Or if they fixed the leak. I
don't
doubt it.
And then
no, they did.
They did change out some stuff here.
There's a lot of things that needed to be replaced that they didn't replace. They replaced stuff that didn't need it.
Yeah.
I mean, the dishwasher, there was nothing wrong with it. That thing was pretty new.
Oh, the dishwasher's the same.
I thought you said they replaced.
No, they did not replace.
But yeah, the windows, the front windows didn't need to be replaced. Those were new except for one. The back, everything on the back was in bad shape. Now,
what's bad in this room is that this had a ceiling.
It's got a vaulted ceiling, and now it doesn't.
Yeah.
That room's going to, and that goes to the west.
Yeah.
That's going to be hot.
So, needless to say, still has the vaulted cathedral ceiling.
Yep.
But it has a light up here on the top.
But that picture makes it look small.
Yeah, that one does too.
That room's bigger than
this was Ruby's old bedroom.
Right.
That room was good size too. It makes it look squat. Where it's not.
It does.
And then this is the downstairs bedroom. And then here's the back. And they changed out some of the boards and some of the but they, as you can see, look at this. They did not change out
white on white
windows on the back at all.
Right.
You can't.
They painted the deck white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't blame them. I would have done that too. So
I would have painted it, but I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have had.
Why would you put an orange door on the house?
I don't know. It looks horrible.
So keep in mind.
And then dark blue shutters. I mean, these are Broncos colors. Do they know they didn't know what city they were dealing with?
They're people out of Arizona. So needless to say, they more than likely do have a lot of orange doors in Arizona.
Yeah.
They might have.
But yeah, they also took off the screen door. So the screen door that I had on there.
Yeah.
They took that off. If I had known.
Yeah, I knew they had to replace the garage doors. They were shot.
Yeah. So.
Hi, Irene.
There's no handle on.
No, because there's probably garage door openers.
We're just looking at Denise and Ron's old house.
So if anybody's looking for a house in Lewisburg, Kansas, for $350,000, pick a different one.
Yeah, I was going to say
because they did not fix the leak from the bathroom. Leah went in on the 3D tour.
Yeah.
Where you could go into each room. They just patched it. They did not fix the mold in there. And I told them about it. I mean, I said a leak started.
I wonder what they did in the garage.
The pictures in the garage look good.
Yeah, there wasn't nothing wrong with the garage.
They didn't do anything.
Did they paint it? Did they finish it or paint it or anything?
No, they didn't finish it. All they did was put in the garage doors and quite possibly
they sprayed it. I mean, when they painted, they sprayed it because that's what they did to the cabinets. They just sprayed the cabinets.
If they did anything to the garage, the only thing they can see is
they didn't finish it.
Yeah, you see that? You see that fireplace there you got in that room?
Yeah,
that's what the house we're working on right now in Chillicothe. That's what the fireplace is going to look like when we're done.
Like I said, I don't think it looks bad. Oh, they added. No, they did not add any more lights because we had 3. Mm-hmm. So, like I said, the living room doesn't look bad. The gray walls don't look bad.
But it doesn't say nothing about upgrading the furnace or the AC. Now, the furnace is 23 years old.
You say that's gray walls?
Mm-hmm.
Don't look gray to me.
It looks like a brown.
No, it's gray.
It looks like a tannish.
The pictures I saw the other day look gray, but now it looks brown.
It's like camel colored.
Oh, okay.
But gray camel as opposed to a brown camel.
Ours is going to be a lighter gray.
Look at the view.
So
looking out that window.
Yeah.
Through the one door, it looks fine. But
Irene said they paid $5 million for their house in Japan.
Yeah.
Of course, they also have 100-year mortgages in Japan.
Oh, I bet.
Multi-generational. You better love your house if you're going to buy one there.
Yeah.
Shelby went to McIntyre. Yeah, it's a great house.
Yeah, we saw that
Yeah.
you guys went to McIntyre.
Yeah, we
They
love
were
it.
there.
And I'm glad you had a good time. Hopefully you brought some food with you because a lot of places close before 10 o'clock there.
Irene said they paid cash, no loans. Wow.
That's good.
Is
That's a
it
lot of
5
money.
million US?
Is that 5 million US or 5 million in Japanese coins?
Yen.
Yen. Yeah, that's what it is.
So
Hello, everybody over on Rumble watching this. Always let us know who you are in the chat room. Just type a message up there in the live chat. We're always watching. Yep, USD. Oh my God. They paid 5 million United States dollars? Ooh.
and Irene, don't you have a condo?
They're expensive.
Yeah, she's got a condo.
Oh,
Did she buy the whole condo? The whole building?
so but yeah,
We bought
everything.
pizza.
So
Yeah.
back to,
Shelby did. Yeah.
of course you did. Casey's is right down the street.
Yeah.
Or Pizza Hut. We had Pizza Hut delivered one time to the Sally house,
Mhm.
and they made the oldest person that worked there deliver. The younger people would not bring the pizza to the house.
And didn't we have pizza the night we all investigated with
Yeah, we went up.
Brody and all them?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rhodey and I went up and got the pizza from
Right.
there and
Sold the condo.
Oh,
So,
no.
yeah.
Irene bought a house. She sold the condo.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, wow. That's awesome, Irene.
So, but
Irene's
yeah,
been doing a lot of investigating. Have you been keeping up with her? She went to
I haven't been
Hiroshima and everywhere over there. A brand new house.
depending upon where you're from, is Hiroshima or Hiroshima? Which one is it?
I don't know. I call it Hiroshima.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, because we're Americans.
Right.
But is it Hiroshima? And now I wonder that.
I
So,
don't know.
But
Yeah,
I don't know.
she was going to a couple of different places and everything. I was following where she was going and stuff. And
Well, I got Erica that lives over here.
Carl's right.
Yeah, like I said, I've heard both ways depending upon where you're from. So, oh wow, that's wonderful, Shelby. I'm glad they had a good time.
Yeah.
So, after Chris is feeling better, maybe we'll have you guys on again. Because I know you guys got a lot of stuff going on getting ready for his surgery and him having to quit smoking before the surgery.
Mm-hmm.
They took him off of his smoking privileges. So, but yeah, one of the things is since we've been here, we haven't had a chance to do anything. I got contacted by Erica, that I had on from Panhandle. Well, it wasn't Panhandle. One of the paranormal teams here.
Mm-hmm.
And she said that she wanted me to come over to the paranormal conference in September, the 23rd and 24th. And I think I will. To rent a table is $100, but to go is $10. So I think I'll just go.
Right. Now, is that a 1-day event or 2 days?
It's a 2-day event, but it's just right downtown. So
yeah,
it's about.
Well, that's what our table
30 minutes away.
costs down there at Paragold is $100 for 2 days,
Yeah,
which isn't it's not a bad fee.
Yeah, no, not for 2 days. Does it include anything else? Well, you guys have celebrities. The celebrities that are going to be at the event that she's asked us to attend is from Tennessee Wraith Chasers, Chris and Mike, and which is fine. But Kat will also be there.
Oh, really? Good.
Yeah. But I'm assuming that she paid her price to go. I'm not willing to pay $100 for me to advertise for them.
Right.
I don't have anything that I'm selling. And I can walk around. Well, just so you people know, when we go to paranormal conferences, we don't like going to we don't like going and sitting at a table. We want to walk around and visit. You know,
Right.
you ever hear people say that they, you know, they manage by walking around. That's how I do it. I want to walk around and visit with people and find out what's going on. I don't want them to come to me because sometimes people are shy. I'm not shy. I'll walk up and talk to anybody. So,
Right.
but that's my thought, is that I think it's just
Well,
best.
you're
Go.
exactly right, because that's why Tammy's going with me, Cassidy's going with me, and Pastor Gary's going with me to help on the vendors table, where one or two of us will be at the table, the other two can be out walking around, and then come back, and then we'll go out and walk around. That way, everybody gets to see all the vendors, gets to see all the celebrities. You're not stuck behind a table.
Well, you know, that was my big thing. You know, the one time that I had a table, I hated it because I felt like I needed to stay there in case somebody walked up. But that was only
Hmm.
in case. Okay. I have a better shot of meeting people if I'm walking around and talking to them. If they want to sit at their table to be stationary, that's fine. But why am I going to pay $100 to sit there and not have anybody talk to me? I
Exactly.
mean, I'm not guaranteed that anybody to walk by. I'm not guaranteed that anybody's going to talk to me, but I am guaranteed that somebody will talk to me if I walk up to them.
Right.
And it's just like when we did David's event down there in Joplin. There wasn't that many people, but if we didn't walk around and talk to people, we'd all been vendors sitting there looking at each other, you know? And I don't want to do that. So
Exactly.
how am I going to meet people in our area if we're not walking around? Look at that.
Right. But Irene's
$3
getting ready to
million.
go to the Suicide Force and Suicide Waterfall. That's her next event or deal she's going to be doing. But that's kind of why I
She
like,
does those live
huh?
Does she do those live on?
on it.
Is she doing
Yeah.
lives with those, or is she
She
just?
has been. I've seen some videos of it and everything. So Irene, you need to start going live when you go to those events.
If you, at least if you have service. If not, you can videotape some of it and come back and share
Right.
it.
And show it later. But
So
no, back talking about the events like that, we'll do it live. Irene will do it live, she said. But the events, that's why I like this one in Paragold. The night before the convention, we're having a meet and greet at Skinny J's with all the celebrities and all the vendors for the VIP people.
yeah,
And anybody else can show up for a $5 fee to get in, right? But this way, I get to meet all the celebrities that night. So the
mm,
next day, when we're at the table and I get up and walk around, I can go to the vendors' tables and see
right.
what everybody's doing. I don't have to worry about, getting in line to see the celebrity and stuff. Hi,
Hey there,
Joanne.
Joanne. Yeah, so yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it. A lot of the events that we've gone to in the past, they have meet and greets like that, not only for VIPs, but for everybody to get to know each other before they're stuck in a room together.
Exactly.
But I've never had a chance to do any of those. You know, some of these events have like Scarefest. They have a whole bunch of events after hours. During the day, you've got all these things where you can go and buy stuff, and but at night they have a party, a costume ball, or whatever it is that they're doing that year.
Right.
Multiple investigations off site and stuff like that. And I haven't, like I said, I haven't been able to do any of those because, well,
Right. Let's
we
see. Friday night down there, Scared City Productions, he owns a haunted house. So they're
that's what
going
you
to be
said.
doing an investigation at the haunted house and stuff.
I
Friday
haven't
night.
seen
Saturday night, I know we had
What was
to
it?
clean everything up in the building and get everything put
no,
away because Sunday morning they have church in that building.
it's just links that I use. So
So, but yeah, it's going to be. it's going to be quite interesting. They did real good last week down there at NerdCon in that building there. I think they said they had 5 to 6,000 people show up for it and everything. They're estimating, according to their estimates and everything, they're expecting anywhere between 8 and 9,000 people to show up. So,
Yeah. Irene, you're better off going to events, bringing your business cards if you have them, and talking to people. I know that the people that are doing the events need to make some money too, but if I just feel like the events need to be they need to be conscious of cost.
Yeah.
For not only the vendor, but the person attending. I think tickets should be less than $10. And my reasoning is if it's more than $10, I'm watching what I'm spending. I'm not going to buy stuff. Even if I want it, I probably won't buy it. If you have food vendors, I'll probably spend money at the food vendor before I would spend money on a new tarot deck. Let's be honest,
Right.
Because of the fact that I'm going to get hungry, I'm going to get thirsty.
Right.
But yeah, if I'm spending more than $10, I'm already down $10 when I walk in the door. And if more than one person comes with me, I'm down 20, 30, 40, depending upon what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
They need to keep that in mind.
Their tickets down there are $15 a day.
Like I said, it's not great, but it's not bad either.
The VIP package down there, let me see.
I agree, Irene. You don't make anything unless you're making money off of it.
Right. The VIP package is $150, which.
And what does that include?
Okay, I'll let you know here. That includes with the 2-day pass, a 30-minute early access before anybody else can get in the building, 2 free autographs of your choice, a commemorative lantern, an event t-shirt, a food voucher, and a commemorative bag and other swag, which a lot of us vendors are putting stuff in the bag.
Yeah.
So that's not bad for that price.
No, that's not bad. Like I said, there's just some things I'm just not willing to pay for. And I think that the vendor tables shouldn't be your main source of income. No. I mean, for the vendor, yes. But for the event, if you're charging the vendor $100, how much do they have to mark up their stuff to make back their $100?
Exactly.
Do you feel like you have the right amount of stuff to sell to make enough money to go and set up a table, set all the stuff out, and man it for 2 days for $100? I know I don't. So I don't make anything. I don't sell anything. I can sell jam. Woohoo. But for me to make any money off that jam, I got to sell it for $10 a jar. Wow. I mean, let's be honest. It's expensive to make your own jam.
Let me go back and check something here. I got to check this out. Let's see.
Yeah. Irene,
what
not
is
worth
that?
It.
Let me see here. Oh, that ain't bad. The haunted investigation is $15.
Oh, wow. That's not bad.
That's good.
No.
But it's also Paragould, Arkansas.
No, it's in the haunted house is in Jonesboro.
Still, Jonesboro is not that big.
Right.
But make sure that if you're going to drink, you drink long before you get there.
Who's doing the tour?
Let me see here.
I mean, is it actually
let me read this.
Haunted house or just one they think it is?
The guy who
actually, the Friday night haunted location in Jonesboro is $13.
Yeah, Yeah, Jonesboro may
Oh,
be a bigger town, but it's not
Keith
much.
Age is going to be there, and what's these
Keith
other?
Age. He's a
Keith Age will be
paranormal
there, and
celebrity.
let's
Paris.
see who else here will be there. A bunch of the celebrities will be there, but the Blue Bodie shaman will be there.
So it's a certified haunted house.
Yeah, from what I've been told. But there's a paranormal team. I'm looking for okay, maybe it's on the vendors list. Let me go to vendors and go down through here. Let's see here. Where got a lot of paranormal stuff. It'll be there. The two realm paranormal. 2 women.
Huh.
I think they're going to be the ones hosting it. But I know Blake Best will be there. Who else? Let's see. I'm looking down through here.
Apparently, Two Realm has a book.
Mm-hmm.
Mother and daughter team.
Yeah. Yeah, it's 2realmparanormalresearch.com.
Yeah, I already found them.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah. I'm quick.
I know you are. But I'm just looking at all the stuff. We got Witch and Moan will be down there with some of their. They look like the dolls that you stick pins in.
Oh, okay. So voodoo dolls.
A voodoo doll. Yeah, that's what the Witch and Moan looks like they're bringing in. The Rising Phoenix Emporium will be there. Let's see. I'm looking at a lot of them. TerrorRidge.com will be there. I think they're part of the cosplay. And Mr. Bill Comics will be there. The guy that's got the most comic books, buy, sell, and trade there is in the country. Who's this? Rewild Mindex. Don't know yet. Spirit Portraits by Teresa.
What does that mean?
She draws.
Oh, okay.
The one we had at when we met at the Paranormal that drew pictures of what you saw.
Yeah.
She does type the same thing. But the Blue Bodie is a professional shaman and spiritual educator.
Well, I'm glad he's professional. I'd hate to see a non-professional.
She?
Oh.
She.
How can you prove that they're professional?
I don't know.
Like I said, I'm not questioning her. I'm questioning the choice of words.
Right.
Because
when you use professional and expert in the paranormal field,
well,
how can you prove
that? That's a red flag for me anyway.
Well, you can use professional, but then you better be acting professional.
Exactly.
It's like me saying
there's no experts. So.
I'm a professional clothing maker because I've made some outfits for my kids. So should I be wearing? I should be wearing something that makes me look professional, and the way I act, I better not be cussing. Things like that.
Exactly.
Then I might be professional, but maybe not professional at what I do. So I don't know. You
It's
can
their
take,
words. It's the choice of words they use to describe something
yeah.
that gets in question a lot in the paranormal.
What I find, the choice of words are always the things that makes me, like if they have to say legitimate a lot, okay, then you're probably not.
Right.
You know, have you ever watched any of these games on there going, you can make cash, 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 cash? And they say it like 8 or 10 times. Well, you remember that they said cash. That's all you remember. You don't remember anything else. But then you go
Right.
and you play the game and there's no cash involved. It's a lure, you
Yeah.
know?
It's a lure to get your mind directed in one direction.
Mm-hmm. But, how many times have you watched a commercial on TV that said something that made you go, think about it a little bit and go, why did they tell me this that many times?
Mm-hmm.
Why are they telling me this many times? So I don't know. You tell me if you
Well,
think that any of the people that you meet there are worth talking to, at length,
Right.
kind of like Marshall the alien. Do I want to talk to Marshall again? Yeah, he was fun.
That was kind
yeah.
of funny and cute last week.
But yeah, he better be aware that, well, he or she, I don't know if Marshall's a he or she.
I think it's
Um,
a he.
I do too, but I don't want to assume and offend. Since I
I
already
went on
did that with
Rumble and
Blue.
watched some of the shows.
And so, just be aware. I'm an interviewer. I'm going to ask questions. I want to know
That
more.
one caught us off guard that night. I mean, over on Rumble, I seen him in chat room chatting pretty good. When
Yeah.
that popped up down at the bottom, I went, "Oh no, oh Lordy, we got
This
to
could
see what
go in
this
either
is."
direction.
Oh, but Marshall did real good.
Yeah.
I mean,
Did you watch any of his shows?
yeah, yeah.
Did you?
They get into quite a bit, a lot of
Oh
stuff
yeah.
over there
I'll
on the
bet.
Salty Three crew on Rumble.
So,
Well,
so
how many's in the group?
I think
Is it
there's
three?
two or three,
Oh, okay.
but he's the only one that does the alien character.
Right.
Yeah.
so is that how he presents himself over there?
Uh huh.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
So
that's funny.
So, but yeah, but I know what you mean about some of these. You know, everybody gets excited to go to an event. Oh, they get to see a celebrity. They're head over heels. All this and that. Yeah, I go down. I'd like to meet them, but if I don't get to talk to them at any length of time, it's not going to break my heart.
yeah.
You know,
Well, that's
and
kind of
everything.
what.
I'm going to be one of the lucky ones down there anyway because my table is sitting right next to mine and Santiago's tables are together. So all these celebrities are going to be in and out of Santiago's area almost all day when they're walking around talking to people. So
I just
I
hope you
don't.
guys have a good time. And like I said, if you meet anybody that you think would be good to be on the Paranormal Pride, let me know. I'll contact them. Um, in fact, tell Santiago I would love to hear from him.
Oh yeah,
And I
I
know that
tried to get him to come on here tonight to talk about the event,
he's
but
Yeah.
probably too busy.
I think he's at UPS working a couple hours to pay for his insurance and then comes back home because he's got a lot of hats to make to get ready for this and different things. That's like tomorrow night while we're packing, I've got about 15 items I have to make on the laser to finish up everything I'm taking with me and stuff.
Then you better get moving.
Hi, Tammy Rage. How you doing? And Mike. Yeah. Mike and Tammy have a great, I mean, it's not a paranormal show. They do. They have a real good podcast for what the people need to understand in politics and around the world.
Where are they out of?
They're out of Oklahoma.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Over by the Tulsa area,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
And stuff. I mean, we've had Mike two or three times on the Born TV After 9 and We the People podcast. And as soon as I get a hold of him, I'd like their show the other night. Tammy doesn't usually do a show with him, but they did one. I'm obsessed with the paranormal. Well, thank you, Tammy.
well, if you have any questions at all, please ask. I'm
Yes.
more than willing
If
to
you'd ever like to come on this
answer them.
show and ask Denise or me any of the questions in paranormal, and she's from upstate New York too, and Mike's from New Jersey.
I grew up in Patterson, New Jersey, and I'm from Baltimore, Maryland, and I lived in all over Virginia, West Virginia. And I'm close enough now to the East Coast to say, hey, I'm close, but I'm not there, thank God. But right. I can now at least get some of the stuff that I used to get when I lived up in Maryland.
But they did a show together the other night. She hadn't done it for a long time. And watching them two together, I was really impressed. I'd like to see them do a show over here on the Bill of Rights Network, husband and wife group talk like they do over there on Rage Nation is what his show is called.
So they don't get into arguments while they're talking?
No, they don't.
Oh, well.
I mean, they're really, you go check out Mike Rage on Facebook and go down and see the shows and stuff. Tammy says, I was born in New Jersey, lived in Maryland too. I'll be listening every week now that I know. Oh, awesome.
Please do.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'd like to know some of the places they've been to,
but
especially
Tammy, and starting the first of next month, Denise does her own radio show called The Paranormal Pride.
I've just been on hiatus since April due to moving, health, and my job. So
trying to keep all three.
Trying to keep all three going, yeah. But yeah, I'm trying to revamp a little bit of how I was doing it, how I'm going to do it in the future, and things like that. I want to have that 8th anniversary show to be memorable. Been talking to a few people to have on, and which is nice. I mean, I've heard from some really good people lately. Oh, I'm so sorry that Facebook ended that, Tammy.
Yeah, Facebook sucks.
Hey, Tammy,
just
anytime you want to come, you and Mike want to come to the Bill of Rights Network, like I told Mike, I got to get a hold of him and get you guys set up. But we have a good following over here on Facebook, but our following on Rumble has really picked up and ramped up.
So, Tammy?
She was a medium, now she's a small. She lost a lot of weight.
I used to say I was a large, but I can't do that.
Yeah. Denise been seeing things since she was little.
Pretty much. Yeah. I can remember back to when I was 4. So seeing stuff way back when in New Jersey and stuff.
Stuff she has seen and told me that only I would know is, what she tells you, I take to heart.
The thing is if I tell you something.
Oh, you sent my number in the messenger. Okay, Mike. No problem. As soon as we get done with this show, I'll get a hold of you. Let me go to Facebook real quick.
Yeah, let's just make sure that it came. Did you send it to Bill of Rights Network, or did you send it to?
He probably sent it to me, but it's not showing up on my Facebook.
Yeah, well, how far do they go, or how far do they travel to do investigations?
Who's that?
I know Tammy and Mike.
I don't think that
they don't really do any paranormal investigating.
Oh, okay.
And Mike's in the process. Mike's in the process now of building their brand new house.
Oh, well, that'll keep
And
you
I
busy.
see pictures of it on the Facebook all the time, and he's doing a fantastic job.
Yep.
Oh, I can't wait to see
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
keeping them busy. Good.
I'm looking, Mike. I don't see a message from you. Let me see. Oh, okay. Let's see. Mike.
Yep, I don't see anything in the Bill of
Right.
Rights Network. So
Yeah, we've been doing investigations for quite a while, and we've been everywhere, all over the country.
we're Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
We are Johnny Cash. We've
I'm
been
on
everywhere,
Facebook,
mate.
Mike, and
Now we're in Florida, and we're going to be doing some stuff down here.
I
in
don't see a
Georgia
message.
and Alabama. Yeah.
Oh, here it is. Just a second. Okay, where'd that go? I just seen it. Dang it.
I want to do some Civil War battle sites. That's
There
what I
are
wanna
quite
do.
a few.
I know there's.
I mean, there's the one over in Spanish Fort.
We're not far from Tennessee either. So.
Yeah, we're about
Boy,
8 hours.
Facebook, you're really messing with me right now. Okay. Yeah, I got his number.
Perfect.
Yeah. Hey, bro. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he sent it to me Sunday morning. I got his phone number here. So, Mike, I'll give you a call after the show.
Tammy, go to you if you want to just go stay in a bed and breakfast. Twin Lions. No, not Twin Lions. There is a bed and breakfast in Guthrie. Maybe it is called the Twin Lions.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's Twin Lions is the other one in
Something
Fort
Lions.
Scott. It's something Lion. Check that out in Guthrie, Oklahoma.
Not too far.
It's not that far away, and it's in a residential neighborhood, so it's like a nice, quiet place to go. Extremely haunted from what I can tell. I walked around the outside. I didn't get to go in. Rang the doorbell. Nobody answered. But
yep,
Mike's been in Civil War battlefields and been to the haunted motel in Gettysburg.
Yep, we've been to Gettysburg.
Awesome.
Yeah, the thing is the hotel we stayed at wasn't guaranteed to be haunted. It's just we're sitting there talking, and my guest we had one of our guests that I had on my show. She was asking me, well, did you know your room is haunted? I go, yeah. And she goes, he won't stop touching me. And so eventually she left because it was uncomfortable. So, but yeah, that was weird with Kat Gash. She's an author out of Frederick, Maryland. So I don't know. It's kind of interesting, all the places that we've been. We still haven't been able to get out down by the Imogene Theater. You probably have.
Yeah.
You've walked around it probably outside, but the Historical Society is in that down here in Milton. Friday, I'm taking Leah downtown. Maybe we'll be able to check something out while we're down there. So,
but Tammy and Mike, to know more about Denise and Ron, they were tour guides at the Sally House in Atchison, Kansas. Up there, at one time was called the most haunted location in America and stuff. And you guys did that for what, 7 years? Did you?
7 years. Yep.
Yeah, I helped up there for 1 year with them and stuff. But yeah, that house, it used to be real good. We'll put it that way.
Right.
I'll leave it at that.
So Mike, what was your haunted motel? Tell me what the name of your motel was, and I'll tell you what ours is. Ours was the Budget Host Inn, right down by the across the street from the graveyard, close to Friendly's. Yeah,
Mike's done a lot and seen a lot. When we had him on our We the People podcast, we was talking about the border down there. He's got stories of the border.
Of the border being haunted by ghosts by
the border of what's going on down there.
Oh, that's
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
They're hiring for Border Patrol here. So if they're coming in by boat, I guess you can catch them here.
I guess that's what they could do. That's what me and Denise was talking last night and everything. I said,
Well, they're actually enforcing the law in this state.
Yeah, they are.
Busting
They got to enforce it in a lot more states and enforce a lot more down on that border.
The states need to take control back.
Right.
They do.
Tell Biden.
They really do. Especially the states, Texas, Arizona, New Mexico.
Right.
I hate to say it, California.
Yeah, they won't.
All those that border on the Mexico borderline need to take it back and take control of that border.
Yep.
Not the federal government. Federal government ain't doing crap.
Right.
No.
But
of course,
that's for another show that we do on the network.
Right. And
we'll get into that.
That's also going to help depending how the election goes. The problem may solve itself, but people need to pay attention and they need to vote. And the dead people need to stop voting.
The people need to take back the White House.
Yeah. Just because we believe in spirits, we don't believe that they should have a voice in our government.
No, but
once they're dead.
Look back at the spirits of our forefathers, they rolled over in their grave more than once.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. I guarantee
they wouldn't recognize this country.
Well, one thing Ron said is Sam Walton wouldn't recognize Walmart.
No.
Well, that ain't no lie.
No, if Sam Walton came back from the dead, he'd look around, he'd fire everyone in there, and they're all his family. He would. He'd fire them all. I know he would.
I love when my name is misspelled that way. And
Tammy asked you a question.
Yes,
Denise.
I do believe that people can, but some people, no matter how hard they try, will never be able to do it. Because of the fact that
I pick up on some things, but it's in a different way.
Hey,
no matter how open
it's like I always tell Denise, I don't have no abilities.
Right.
I would love to have her ability for 24 hours. That's all I wanted. No more. Just 24 hours. Because I'd like to see what you're able to see and able to hear.
Well, the thing is would it be a day that I'm actually hearing or seeing anything?
I know some days you don't. Some days they bug you to death.
Yeah, like today, you're like the day that we drove down here. Oh, I'm just laughing. So, like when we drove down here, a lot of people said, when you're on a trip like that,
Mike, they don't like me sometimes too. I've been attacked. I've been burnt. I've been scratched. I've been attacked where I shouldn't have been attacked up there. But
and definitely not by a child.
I'm down there.
No, not in that child's room and not with the person I was in that room with.
Right.
And Atchison is not up there from you. It's over there.
Right. Well.
Or maybe even down.
Yeah, it's down over there.
Yeah, I was gonna say because it's kind of straight from St. Joe. So.
Right.
But
if you don't think ghosts don't like me, you ought to see my co-founder, my pastor, and everything. Sometimes they don't like him. They like pushing him when he's on the lawnmower out there mowing the cemetery.
He's trying to get him to hurry up and get out of there because he's gonna get dehydrated.
Yes, I don't know.
Maybe they love him. Maybe they love him and trying to keep him safe.
As soon as we get done with the Paragold and all that, I'm gonna go down to the cemetery with Gary, and we're gonna do another live investigation like we did before. Down there.
We gotta see if that portal's still open.
We got to see what's going on with the unknown Indian's grave. Why everybody's coming to it?
Because
you got more
been listed out there online.
You have more different people showing up now?
Yeah, we had all those videos of those people in a van.
Right.
And that van was not from this state. I couldn't make out the state, but I can make out kind of what it looked like.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a Missouri tag. Now, the lady on the four-wheeler, we know she's within a mile or two.
Right.
But, yeah.
I wonder how the word's getting out.
I don't know, because you know
Gotta
as
be
well as
through
I
there.
do, you don't drive down that road unless you
No.
know that's there.
Right.
I saw something online. Somebody had posted it. Something about the unknown Indian, and I think that that's kind of where it's going. But it's curiosity. So I'm surprised that all these people aren't, they're cats.
Lizzie Borden? No, we
No.
Are
haven't
you
been
talking
there.
about the Lizzie Borden place,
Yeah.
Tammy?
Yeah.
I haven't.
No, we haven't been there.
I haven't been further than New York State, going north. So there's a lot of places I'd like to go up that way. But
We have spent a lot of time at Melbourne, Iowa, and Ashmore Estates. A lot more at Melbourne.
I hope to be spending some time somewhere different.
Yeah, you got a whole different atmosphere down there where you're at now.
Yeah.
I want to go to Old South, Pittsburgh Hospital in Tennessee. I've always wanted to do that one. That's not too far away.
Right.
Things
right.
about is this like.
And I know there's a lot of haunted locations down by Tammy and Mike down there in the Tulsa, Oklahoma area.
Yeah, there's some stuff down there.
Yeah, we've been to some of the places. In fact, one of the ladies that was just on here, Shelby Pittman, her and her husband are paranormal investigators up near Bartlesville, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good to get with them.
Wow.
Huh.
So were the bones? So if it was before the house was built, it is very possible it was human and just unknown as to that somebody was buried there. So, because there are a lot of times they find bones in places and they're truly animal bones, but people don't know the difference because people don't hunt like they used to back then. You've seen that, some really thick bones or cow bones, or you find them and people go.
And you guys froze up. What happened to you? You froze up.
It's probably from the kids watching TV.
Well, I thought you had the real good internet down there now.
We do, but I'm still hooked onto the network. No, I'm not hooked on the network at work anymore. So that's what happened. It kicked me off your work? The VPN at work.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that makes sense. Yeah. I just did a test last night.
Did they get their TV working?
No, Lawrence got hers working.
Yeah.
We finally got our TV working. We don't have it. We just have whatever we can get on Roku, but that's it.
Right. And that's all we watch anymore.
Well, he's not real happy with not being able to see the latest season of Skinwalker Ranch.
Oh.
Not yet.
Not yet.
You can go to skinwalkerranch.com and sign up for it and watch it there.
Oh, didn't know about that.
Yep, you can.
For free?
No, I said sign up.
Oh.
Well, I mean, if we signed up for...
I can sign up for all the other stuff, but I'm not here to really watch it.
If we had DirecTV or Dish, we could see it on there too. We just haven't gotten around to it yet.
I know.
We've been here a month now.
They don't have much time.
And in that point, we hadn't watched TV in 6 weeks until we got it going this week.
Yeah, I think the Dead Files has been kind of going down.
Tammy said she was very disappointed in the Dead Files.
Yeah, I didn't care much for last season.
So, Tammy, are you disappointed because Amy's gone and Cindy's doing it? Have you even gotten that far to where Cindy Kaza's doing the show as opposed to Amy Allen?
Oh, I didn't know Amy left.
Well, that's what she had read. I don't know.
No, I know it because I'm friends with Cindy.
Yes.
So.
Yeah.
Oh, Cindy, Ron has been wondering about how you become a professionally trained medium.
Yeah.
How do you go to school for that?
She went to school
England,
for it and was trained, she said.
What school do you go to?
I don't know. I couldn't. I could go to the school and
I would enroll
know
in it
much more than I do now.
Medium.
Yeah, Amy's really, really good. She is.
Yeah, Amy.
She's legit. Cindy is.
I think she's legit.
She's
but
she's
but
good,
different.
but she's not in a lot different way than Amy is. She's more cut and dry. I think she actually sees it like right away.
Same as I don't know. And
explain it. That's what Steve said. He goes, she was seeing things and talking about stuff. He goes, there's no way she could have known.
Arthur Findlay College is where she went. That's where she's supposedly studied though. I just kind of wonder.
Yeah.
When it comes right down to it, I wonder how much, since we're not all behind the scenes, how much do they know before they go? And what about the psychometry stuff? Does it really work? When you touch something, do you actually feel the history of it or what's happened to it? I don't know. I've never tried that. Does scrying work? The stuff that Amy suggests to solve the problems, where does all that come from? I don't know.
Yeah, we had Steve on the show. Steve Deshavi, and he's a great guy. He said that when he was asked about doing the show, he goes, I didn't really put in for it. I was, they kind of asked me because he's a retired cop detective and they wanted something like that possibly.
But they wanted a skeptic also that didn't have any paranormal.
They said they got him on there and he said they put him with a bunch of other mediums and he goes, I didn't know anything about mediums or nothing, but he goes, I worked with the other ones. And he goes, but when I got with Amy, he goes, she was seeing stuff and talking about stuff. He goes, there's no way she knew anything about this. He goes, where the other ones didn't. He said the other ones, he goes, they were full of it. But he goes, when I got with her, he's like, oh my gosh, this woman knows what she's doing. I don't know how, but he said, if I'm going to do the show, it's only going to be with her. He said, I don't want anything to do with the other ones because he said they're frauds.
Right.
They didn't like how he said it, but actually, when they picked Amy, they said, let's pair them up. So that's how he got the job.
Well, it's kind of like when
otherwise
all of us go to a haunted location and the tour guide there wants to give you a tour in the history of it.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that. Because when I'm investigating, if I hear that, what's in your memory that's telling you, oh, Joe's going to talk to me or Sam's going to talk to me or, Hi, Bart. But yeah,
I hope you're
things like that I don't like. So again, I'm wondering how much they do know ahead of time.
Well, in Amy's case, she supposedly goes in there after or before Steve even gets there. Or after. It's always, just because they show it to us in a certain order, sometimes she's there a couple days before he is, and sometimes she's there a couple days after him, and it is what it is. I know that they said, in the beginning, that they never even told her what to take in her luggage, but they were able to start telling her at least what kind of, things
what to wear for the weather.
Right.
Yeah, what to bring so that she wouldn't be overpacking because she had to pack for 4 seasons almost all the time. But that kind of sucks. But, there's been times when we've, like one time Steve was in town And that poor guy had shingles on one of his trips. He's in Independence. So he had a bad time with that. But if you ever want to get Steve DeShavi a gift, Blanton's. That's his favorite bourbon. He'll accept Maker's Mark, but he likes Blanton the best.
Yeah.
$60 a bottle in some places, 120 to 150 in others. So
I'm sure it's went up.
I'm sure it's went up too. But I don't know. It'll be nice to see the show
I haven't
again.
bought any bourbon in quite a few years, so I don't know what it costs now.
Since I haven't been able to drink in the last year, we haven't bought hardly anything at all. So maybe I'll start drinking. Maybe it'll help my heart. So
glass of wine a night don't hurt.
I don't know. So natural cream that'll help Steve. Oh, love to hear about it because I get shingles all the time.
Oh, awesome.
So
awesome.
So if anybody's out, well, Bart, first off, hey, I'm glad you're here. I hope you're doing well. You've been sharing a lot on Facebook. That's been nice to see. I don't drink till I'm cute. Well, that means that everybody else needs to be drinking to make you cute. Is that what you're trying to say?
He's got it backwards there. Yeah.
Yeah, we're supposed to drink till you're cute. So, but yeah, we'll, as soon as we get some places to check out, we'll let you know. Capsaicin cream. Huh. Does it have jalapeno juice in it?
She swears by it, so I don't know.
Well, there could be a couple reasons for that. She could just be swearing. That would be me. I would just swear. So what time are you leaving on Thursday morning?
We're leaving about 6:00. I plan on being in Paragould around 3:00 in the afternoon.
And you'll be going through Springfield, right?
I think so.
Okay.
I haven't decided which way we're going yet.
That's probably the best way to go. Coming back on Sunday, maybe not, but depending on what time you leave, if you leave late enough on Sunday,
we're probably going to leave around 10:00 in the morning.
The lake traffic.
Hi, Phoenix.
Hey, yeah. Phoenix.
The like I said, the lake traffic will be your.
Wow, that's awesome, Mike. They own a super hot pepper farm.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, I like peppers.
So, I canned some jalapenos every now and then, made some jalapeno jelly, and that's about it. So
I eat a lot of jalapenos.
I
like my jalapeno poppers.
I like it on nachos. I just don't need a whole lot to impress me. So,
right.
So, Mike, when you say super hot pepper farm, what are some of the peppers that you guys have?
Yeah, it'd be interesting to find out because, like I said, she makes creams and balms from all natural ingredients, and they help all sorts of ailments. Awesome. But yeah, we're going to leave Thursday morning, and then we're staying at the Quality Inn where all the celebrities and everybody's staying at down there.
You do know that you get a discount there for being a vet.
Yeah, I get a discount for being a vet, and I get a discount for being a vendor.
Okay, good.
They have it set up down there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Joey did. Oh, poor puppy.
Well, you know what, Bart? You should have gave Joey ice cream. That way she'd be going, come on, ice cream.
Ghost and Reaper are nothing anymore.
Tammy, did you and Mike see Mike Rose, Dirty Jobs, the one where they did the pepper? They oh God, it was
that poor guy.
It
He
it
puts
was
himself into some really bad.
No, Mike Rowe didn't. He had his producer.
Yeah. He had the producer do it.
Oh, this poor guy he was hurting.
Mike Rowe is one of probably the smartest people, one of the smartest Baltimoreans I know.
Moron?
No, Baltimorean. The Baltimoreans that I know, I call them Baltimoreans.
Right.
So keep that. Oh, you know Ed?
Oh,
yeah.
I guarantee he didn't go pepper eating for a little while.
Nah.
And I guarantee the next day, he was wishing he was ice cream testing.
Oh, I was going to show you one of the tiles I used that you guys gave me.
Oh, okay.
That we made for this event.
Okay.
Oh.
Could take a tour of our old house and get a lot more.
Okay. This is one of the tall white ones that you gave me.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
The 12 by 6s.
I still got to finish up on it to do something that I'm going to do for it. But anyway.
Oh, cool.
Down here at the bottom, this white spot right here.
Yeah.
It's going to have
a label.
Well, it's going to have a special deal. A tongue depressor that will be glued onto the bottom so that Santiago can sign it for the person who wins it or buys it.
Okay.
So, but yeah, that's laser engraved on a tile and stuffing.
So, and that was white.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that was white.
Yeah. I was going to say, how'd you do that?
Lots of time.
That is black. What it is. It's sprayed with black Rust-Oleum paint.
Okay.
Let dry for 24 hours. The zinc oxide in Rust-Oleum paint is what burns. You burn off and get your design in it. Thank you, Tammy. Yeah, I do a lot of laser engravings. This one here, and then
what's that going for?
That's a prize.
That's a
that
prize.
one there. I've got two of them. One will sell for $25, and one is going to be a giveaway.
Okay.
That we're going to be doing down there. One of the others, you've seen my wooden floors deals, but that's laser engraved on wood, on laminate wood flooring.
Yeah, like I said, go head out to the.
Yeah, of course, you've seen the others. This is just a lot of different things I'm taking down there.
Is that another one of the tiles we sent?
Yeah, that's another. No, that's actually wood.
Oh,
yeah, that
is
looks
it?
wood. Yeah.
Because I knew that there was a white tile. We sent white tiles.
All our shows I make, like I make for Santiago, I make all our podcast shows and everything laser engraved.
I sent you some things to laser engrave when you got time.
Carl, can I send you some gun parts to you laser engraved? Yeah, you can. Yeah, Tammy. And I told Mike to send me the logo for the 3%ers so I can laser grave in it. Now, this one's really cool. You want, okay. You know, I have to finally make 2 or 3 of these to get them right. Right? As you can tell, that's a goof up.
What is on the back of that?
Don't worry about what's on the back of it. It's just a goof up. To see, on the laser engraver on different woods, I have to do a burn test.
Right.
And it tells me what speed and power to use on it.
Oh, it's kind of like setting up your paper printer to make sure it prints right and it's aligned.
Exactly. And then we all grew up with scratch paper that you had a pencil and scratched it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do that for you, Tammy.
Yeah.
But that's on scratch paper. That's the tribe logo for Santiago. For the women.
Mm-hmm.
And then another one is, again, And I got a job to do when I get back. I've got a friend of ours that's doing a floating floor in their kitchen
Mm-hmm.
that I'm going to take the laser up there after they get it put in. They're writing the recipes out. We're going to laser the recipes into the floor all over the kitchen.
Huh.
Only
Right?
thing I wouldn't like about that is the crevices it will create. Sucks to
No,
clean.
I'll do it in real light.
Okay.
You can't feel it. It'll be a real light engraving, just like that. That is on vinyl flooring that is waterproof.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I can engrave on cast iron. I can engrave metal. Matter of fact,
I need to get my pans seasoned. That's what I need to do.
get what?
My pans seasoned.
Right.
I've had them for years and years and basically scrubbed off the seasoning. Now I need to get them re-seasoned. And
But I do knives and tools and everything. See, I engraved my razor knife as a practice deal.
oh, okay. Put your name on it.
Yeah. And I do glass mirrors. I don't have any of those. I got them packed up in the crates back here right now.
Yeah, you need to put your name on everything so that when you die, Tammy can't get rid of it. Only to some guy named Carl.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But you want to see what can be done on a giant tile. This is a 15 by 15 inch tile that is painted and then engraved.
Is that another one from our kitchen or from our house?
No.
That's it.
Nope.
That's right. I think we
Not
only had
that
12 by
big.
12. No, 12 by
Not
12
that
was
big.
the biggest ones we gave you.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm
But
just glad we got.
I can
got
do
you
them
that
big. I can do them. I don't know if this will show up very good on the camera, but I can do them small too. These are keychains.
That's what you said, that they were going in all the gift bags.
Yeah, those are. And then this is one set. Tammy's got a finish of the earrings.
Oh, backwards. Okay. Got it.
Okay, how about I do this? There
Yep.
we go. Yeah. So we got, and these are all made out of tongue depressors.
That's what you said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can do it out of just about anything. I think that's all I got right up here right now and stuff. The rest of the stuff. See, I've got a couple. These are the small tiles you guys sent up that I'm going to get ready to do and everything. So I've got to get your Paranormal Pride deal converted over to where my laser engraver will pick it up and I can.
Well, at this point, I wouldn't worry about it until I come back. And then they said, I sent you a picture of Audrina. She passed away. And that's the dog that looks like the sun. Jesus.
Oh.
I sent you that picture of her where it looks like she's smiling.
Man, we'd almost need
Right.
that. Lacey
Okay.
gets it.
Yeah, I'll get that one and I'll get something made up.
Yeah, Lacey's coming out August 6th.
Yeah. August 6th through 12th. And then I sent you a picture of Kaylin and Kimba for
yes, we do, Tammy. If you on the Bill of Rights Network on Facebook, go to videos, scroll down, and there's a live investigation at our cemetery. Denise and Ron were virtual live with us while I was down there.
We were remote, because
Yeah,
Denise was
remote, and it was really a good investigation because Denise and Ron had been at that cemetery 2 or 3 times with us
there.
and
Yeah, there's
everything, and
about
kind of knows
4.
what's down there.
Hey,
She
Jeremy.
didn't know. Hi, Jeremy.
I hope you're doing good, Jeremy, and that
Uh,
you're recovering from your work on your face.
he just had his jaws worked on and his
I
implants put
I
in.
know I saw that
Oh,
he was all numb. So I'm
yeah,
grateful that he's doing well enough to where he could tell us how he was feeling.
right. And if I'm ever down in Oklahoma, I got to hook up with Tammy and Mike down there and the stuff, and we'll find a place to investigate.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you
Yeah,
know,
Jeremy's doing well as can be expected.
like I said, you got Chris
Yeah, that's
Pittman.
good. That's.
Got a lot of them down there. But
We were talking about Jeremy yesterday after I
Were
saw
you?
his post. And just like I said, just grateful that he's doing as well as he is.
right.
I mean, the man should have been dead,
Yeah.
from what I could tell. So it's amazing that he's here with us still. So
It is. From the injury he got, he's very lucky to be alive.
I don't know if he's feeling lucky right now or not.
Well, the surgeries he's been through and the stuff he's went through, he knows what a lot of pain is. We'll put it that way.
Yeah, like I said, he may not be feeling lucky, but I guarantee he's feeling grateful. So, and with that daughter of his, she's just so cute.
Oh, isn't she? She's adorable.
So, but again, we're grateful all of you are here listening. And please, Tammy, you and Mike come back anytime and join us when I come back on the air as the Paranormal Pride, and you'll hear some real paranormal talk.
Right.
So
and tell Mike I'll be calling him after the show's over. I got his phone number now on my messenger. So
hey, Phoenix, I hope that you're doing well. Missed you.
Yeah, I haven't seen you in a while.
Missed you in the
She's
time.
She's doing pretty good. The 2 little ones have really grown up. Oh, they were really cute on our show.
Are the kids back at home that were gone?
They were, and then they're gone again.
But she knows where they are then.
Bye, Tammy.
See you, Tammy. Mike.
As long as Phoenix knows where they are and that they're safe, that's all that really matters. So it might be our cat. You hearing our cat meow?
No. I was wondering, my Tammy walked outside. I don't know where she went.
Yeah, I saw her a little bit ago.
Oh, she's getting around pretty good and everything now. Okay, Mike, no problem. Yeah, I'll give you a call. Our show ends here in about 30 minutes and stuff. And I'll give you a caller.
Actually, we could probably just end here at 6:30.
Yeah, we probably can, because I know me and Tammy were supposed to go out for supper tonight and stuff. But yeah, anytime any of you folks have questions like we've been having tonight in the chat room, you make sure you post them in there, because one thing we'll tell you, you can ask us anything. If we don't know the answer, Denise knows somebody that does, or can get close to it. So, but I want to thank everybody over on Rumble watching us tonight, everybody on Facebook watching us tonight. Make sure you check out Things Network that we're live on, the Temple of Phoenix Rising Entertainment page that we're live on, and also Japan Paranormal, where we're live over in Japan, plus the Bill of Rights Network and different locations around there, and our Rumble over on Born TV on Rumble. And stuff.
And Phoenix, that is a beautiful name, and congratulations on the new grandbaby. So,
yes.
Yeah. And join us in August when the Paranormal Pride comes back. It'll be on at 7 p.m. Central on Monday nights. And we may be getting to do a small investigation during one of the shows. But it gets dark before 8 o'clock here. So it would be kind of early. And the graveyard closes at dark. So
if they catch us.
Right. Well, it may work out still pretty good because we know investigating, it don't have to be dark.
Oh, I know.
The spirits in the daylight.
So
yeah, but we don't know if they lock gates. Don't want to be locked in.
Yeah. And there's two cemeteries right by each other. And I don't know if they're two different cemeteries or they just expanded the cemetery cockeyed across the road.
It's hard to say.
So,
right.
But it is the oldest cemetery in the panhandle of Florida. And so it's interesting. I'm going to research the history of it at some point and just at least know, hey, what's interesting about this place. But we did find out that our town used to be called Milltown. Not Milton, but it's because there's a shitload of mills, and there still is. So,
right.
But yeah, we've also got that Arcadia Mill that we want to go check out that's supposedly haunted as well. And Leah's been out there. She said it's kind of interesting. So check that out, guys. If you want to see some old Paranormal Pride shows, go out to YouTube. There's a bunch of them out there. There's also prior to me being on the Bill of Rights Network, I have a whole bunch of them out there on Mixcloud. Just look up Mixcloud, Paranormal Pride, or Denise Pridemore, and you'll find a whole bunch, about 200 shows that I've done before. So I'm probably up to show 300 and something at this point.
Yeah. Tore up by a kitty cat.
Florida is wonderful, Phoenix. As you can see, nice and bright today. 2 days, no rain. We're so excited. But every day's been over 100 degrees. Feels like over 100 degrees at this point.
Right.
So one of the things we got to keep with us was the extreme heat.
Yeah, but in the middle of winter,
we're going to
be on the patio doing this show.
With a blanket. With a blanket.
Yep.
I'll be with a blanket. Yep. We already know that. So
I may sell my pants.
They're collector's items now.
Everybody have a great night, and always catch us here on the Bill of Rights Network. So we'll talk to you all later. Have a good evening.
Good night.
Bye, guys.